is a production of Benny Broadcasting of the Ozarks. Welcome to an electrifying night of Osage Indians basketball. It's time for the pregame show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7. Feel the spirit of Christmas with Central Ozarks Medical Center and the annual toy drive. COMC joins their local community members, schools, and businesses to bring needed gifts to deserving children of their COMC communities. This Christmas, COMC is collecting new unwrapped gifts for children ages 0 to 18. Toy drop-off locations include Lake of the Ozarks Harley-Davidson at 6842 Osage Beach Parkway, Sunrise Title at 14749 Highway 5 North, Whittles at 108 South Maple Street in Eldon, COMC in Richland at 304 West Washington Avenue, COMC Camdenton at 1652 North Business 5. Please drop off your gifts no later than Tuesday, December 9th. Contact Morgan McClure at 573-855-9293 and look up COMC online. The Central Ozarks Medical Center Annual Toy Drive. Make Christmas brighter with COMC. It's the countdown to tip-off. Back to the Osage Indians pregame show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
And welcome, everyone, to another presentation of School of the Osage High School Sports. It is the First Bank of the Lake pregame show live from the Kellysport Marina, top row of the Eugene Gymnasium, as it is the 39th annual Eugene Tournament, the third place game coming up between the School of the Osage Indians and the St. Elizabeth Hornets. A 6-team tournament resulted in 3-team pool play on both sides. Osage getting a big win over the Eugene Junior Varsity on Tuesday night, but then falling short in their bid to make it to the championship game on Thursday night. A 4-point loss to the Southern Boone Eagles, and that has relegated the Indians to this third-place game on Saturday, Steve. Not where Osage was hoping to find themselves. I know this senior squad and this team as a whole had aspirations to lift a championship trophy at the end of this one, but now they find themselves in a third-place game where they're going to have to refocus after a tough game on Thursday night, a tough shooting night, a tough night for turnovers, just a tough night all around for School of the Osage. But the bounce back is going to be needed if they want to take home third place tonight.
Yeah, bounce back is right. Indians looking to redeem themselves after just a tough loss. Definitely a game you're walking away from thinking coulda, woulda, shoulda, won that game. Had a great opening first quarter. Things were clicking. They were up by, I want to say 5 after that first quarter. And then the Eagles won the next 2 quarters and tied them in the fourth quarter. And we just could not close the gap on them. And again, when you have a night and you're shooting 34% shooting on the night and your opponent's shooting like 47%, boy, that's a deficit that is hard to overcome. And there's not a lot of other categories I can see that we won here. We did beat them in second chance points, 14-5. But everything else, you look at, I think the stats that really jumped out to me, only 3 steals for Osage, only 6 deflections, 3 blocks, and we only created 11 turnovers. Those are not numbers that we're used to seeing from an Osage defense. And so I think that's one thing that you can go to right off the bat. Shooting percentages are going to rise and fall. Sometimes you're going to be hitting, sometimes you're not. But something that you can bring every night is that effort and that energy and that chemistry defensively.
Well, last year, the School of the Osage Indians really kind of hung their hat on their defensive prowess, but it was those 4 seniors that graduated. They were the lion's share of the defense. You talk about trying to replace a Landon Childs on the defensive end, not known for his offense last year. He was the defensive lead for School of the Osage, and you talk about a 3 steal, 6 deflection night, Steve, for the team as a whole, but that was a night for Landon Childs in general.
That's his stat line on one night, for sure.
So Osage going to have to find a way to fill that void left by those seniors last year, especially on the defensive end. Obviously, the offense has been there. High-scoring games to start this season, but unfortunately, Osage carrying a 1-2 record into today's game against St. Elizabeth. St. Elizabeth's journey to get here involved a win over the Russellville Indians to start the tournament and then falling short to the 1-seed Eugene Eagles. And as a matter of fact, St. Elizabeth was leading in the first quarter of that game early on. It was like 14-10. I got here early enough to watch that game Thursday night before Eugene kind of walked that one away, turning some turnovers into points, hitting some shots to draw that lead out and eventually put St. Elizabeth away. We always talk about, Steve, how The third quarter is obviously maybe the most important quarter every single night, coming out and setting that tone for the second half. But I think how the Indians come out and play here in this first quarter is going to say a lot about how this game is going to go tonight.
For sure. Hey, St. E. coming off a great season last year, 22 wins. They're a Class 1 school here that would love to pull the upset against the Class 4 school, the Osage Indians. They've, as you said, they got 3 wins to their 2 losses. And last year we beat them by 14 when we faced them here on this same floor. They'd love to get the revenge, the payback win here tonight. Like you said, you want to see, are we going to see the Indians that we saw quarters 2, 3, and 4 the other night? Or are we going to see the team we saw right in that first quarter where they were clicking, they were playing well together, they were trusting their offense, they were trusting each other? It'll be fun to see it tonight.
Well, as you mentioned, last year we had that win over them, and last year it was me and you sitting at a small table, and I was moving a tiny camera back and forth for our broadcast. Tonight we have Wild Wild West holding down the camera for us here, and Mike Forever Young back in the studio going solo for the first time tonight. Mike, glad to have you have our back here tonight and going forward for the rest of this season as we follow the School of the Osage Indians throughout the course of their season, which means next Thursday night we will be in Clinton, Missouri, making that trip up there for that. Steve and I will be. Before tonight, we have to get through this third-place game as the Indians take on the St. Elizabeth Hornets, and the starting lineups presented by Eagle Stop being introduced for both teams. Well, I think she's going over emergency exit strategies. Talking about the duck throw coming up at halftime.
Chuck the duck.
Chuck the duck. They put a small bullseye at midcourt. Everyone buys a rubber duck and writes their name on the bottom on like a sticky note or something. And then they count down 3, 2, 1, and everyone throws the duck at the bullseye to see who gets closest. And what does the winner get, Steve?
$20.
$20.
That's enough to retire on right there.
Well, I noticed you bought 5 ducks before you came in
I
here.
couldn't even get past the top of the key.
You know, it would kind of bother me, Steve. Everybody was throwing them overhand. You got a underhand, like last pitch of Rookie of the Year.
It sounds
you got to float that thing up there.
Are you a veteran in the Chuck the Duck?
Let's just say that after I saw it Thursday night, I've been doing some practicing, and I plan to walk out of here tonight $20 richer, Steve.
Well, good. You're going to buy something to eat after this game's over then.
I'm not buying you anything to eat. $20 wouldn't go a long way these days.
No, not for me, probably.
People are like, where are the starting lineups? But she is still going on. I think she's reading a college dissertation right now. Right.
Here we go.
Starting lineups being introduced. First for the visiting Hornets.
Oh, they're actually introducing, they're giving tournament awards here is what we got going on.
What is happening? How can they do that before the end of the tournament, Steve? What if someone that they give an award to doesn't play well tonight? There's no sense in looking at the program. These numbers ain't right.
These numbers are not accurate. I was wanting to recognize, hey, Jackson Long getting recognized here.
As well as Blake Harrison.
I'm crossing my fingers to hear your name.
Honorable mention, Steve Adams, radio announcer. Someone must be listening to your halftime show,
That honorable mention, I've always felt a little bit of an insult. We feel sorry for you.
Dishonorably mentioned.
We feel like you should be getting an award, but you weren't good enough, so we're going to say honorable mention.
All right, Kyson Green, a junior. Braden Kempker, a senior. Carter Renkermeyer, a senior. Eli Kimna, a senior. And the big man in the middle, Ben Engelmeyer, just a sophomore, but he is a tall drink of water, at least 6'10", if not 6'2".
It's a good range. I'm sure you are right.
He's between 6'2" and 6'10".
Here we go for the Osage Indians starting tonight. The Blake Show, Blake Harrison, the Gunslinger, Jackson Long, the Magician, Maverick Trusty, the Wolfman, Luke Wolf.
That's not official. And Tanner Zach Morris Willoughby.
Tanner, I call him Tyler Willoughby. Finishing out the starting lineup. Hey, listen, I tell you, I make an 8th grader in my building happy every time I make that mistake, so I don't feel bad about that at all.
Yes. I'm sure Tanner appreciates it too. Harrison set to jump it up against Engelmeyer here as we get set to get this third-place game of the 39th annual Eugene Tournament underway. Same referees as last game, Steve, and there were some unhappy coaches and parents in that one. We'll see if that continues into this one. I don't want to like set the stage.
That's a common thing for every basketball game.
That's
I've
true.
found.
No set of parents has ever left the game and been like, you know what, those referees are pretty good.
We won the game because of the referees, said no one ever.
St. Elizabeth will start with the basketball, working towards the baseline. Here comes Harrison with the help defense. Now it goes out on the wing, driving into the lane, push shot up on the rim, no good. Rebound tipped around. Harrison has it. Back behind the defense is Jackson Long, and he finishes with the layup at the rim to put Osage out in front 2-0. So Harrison, the quick rebound, the outlet to Jackson Long, who hits the two-pointer right at the bucket. Now St. Elizabeth on their second possession here. This is Kyson Green working on Maverick Trusty. And if there has been a defensive leader of this Osage team so far throughout 3 games, I think it's been Maverick Trusty, Steve. Going inside to Engelmeyer. He gets fouled. But, Steve, that's a big sophomore in there, and he is working hard. Gets the ball, spins into a double team, gets hit on the shot, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Jackson Long committing his first foul of the night.
And what's Long supposed to do against him? He's given up at least, 5 feet on him?
He's given up more weight than feet, I can tell you that.
Yeah, for sure. First free throw good from Engelmeyer. Makes it 2-1 here in this first quarter. Brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. 7:06 left to go. Just underway here. Second free throw, the floater. Look at the big man. Hit the free throw, Steve. You got to love to see it. Ties it up at 2. Long with it on the wing. Over to Willoughby. Osage will reset on offense here. Gets a screen from Harrison, hands it off to Maverick, up top to Wolf. Look at the ball movement here early on in this first possession, first official possession. Willoughby picks up his dribble. He's looking for some help. Finds Long up top near the volleyball line. Long 3 up and rims around and falls. So Osage runs through their progression. It's a Long triple, but Jackson Long gets it to go.
Long's got all their points tonight so far.
5-2, 6:30 left to go here in the first quarter. Brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. St. Elizabeth trying to work the pick and roll. Ball goes on the wing, 3-pointer up, and there's an answer of their own, and that's going to be Braden Kempker hitting the triple. Now back the other way come the Indians. Willoughby gets a screen, now Maverick going away from it, driving in, picks up his dribble, looking for help, finds Willoughby. Willoughby finds Harrison cutting to the basket. He's blocked by Engelmeyer. Back come the Hornets the other way. Kempker picks up his dribble, goes inside to Engelmeyer. Engelmeyer kicks it out in the corner. Pump fake to 3, working the baseline. Pushes with the offhand, now gives it up to Engelmeyer at 12. He's working on Harrison, lost the ball. Ball's on the deck. Engelmeyer collects it, gives it over. Now ball lost once again. St. Elizabeth recovers once again. This is Green working towards the baseline. Picks up his dribble, gives it up top to Kempker. Kempker will put up the long 3, back iron, no good. Willoughby has it for the Indians. Kicks it up ahead to Long. Long finds Harrison cutting through the lane and in for the easy bucket. Great extra pass there. Long thought about the triple, but saw Harrison streaking towards the basket, wide open for the easy layup. Now a 3-pointer up once again. Just grazes the right iron. Luke Wolf saves it from going out of bounds, and Willoughby has it. Osage trying to extend this lead. Maverick goes hard to the basket. Just puts a tough shot up on the rim, and the Magician gets that layup to fall.
Kind of laying, he was really under the cylinder of the rim there as he has to try to lay that ball right. Just an impressive take there.
Fighting through the contact there. Spin move into the lane. Luke Wolf on defense, but a good finish there from Rankmeyer. Now ball up once again, and Jackson Long with a hand in his face gets it to go, makes it 12-7, and Long has 8 points here early on. Five-point lead for the Indians. 4:40 left to go here in the first. Brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. Trying to go inside. Luke Wolf jumps the passing lane. Harrison comes up with the steal. Now Osage wants to move. Harrison across the timeline. And gets past one defender, but there's a foul. Grabbing onto him as he goes by.
Drawing the foul there. I love what Jackson Long did here. He set up here out on the wing and really created some attention to give a little space for Harrison to get in the lane. And here he is on the block again.
Long off the inbound. Front iron, no good. They're going to call it on Trusty, trying to tip that one out. But no, they're going to say a foul on St. Elizabeth. I thought it was going to be on Maverick trying to reach in there, but they're going to say a little bit too hard on the box out there. Maverick actually draws the foul. And Osage will retain a 5-point lead with 4:21 left to go here in the first quarter. Willoughby set to inbound it. Harrison just post up off a screen, and that's what you love to see on those inbounds. A lot of times you think they're going to try and set something up for the inbounder. Harrison sets the screen and then just immediately pivots and drop steps into a good post-up position, gets it for the easy bucket. It's 14-7, Osage out in front over St. Elizabeth. Aiden Otto checks in.
Is he the stash? Is he the man with the stash?
The mustache, yeah. The old-timey mustache man. Willoughby jumps the passing lane, tries to come up with the steal, winds up knocking it off of Rankmeyer, and it stays with the Indians. Great hustle play there from Willoughby.
And we've seen Willoughby with that ability to just kind of create a little havoc for the opposing team's offense. One night he had 3 steals, I think, in the first game of the tourney here, and got his first one here tonight. Jackson Long launched it from outside.
Offensive rebound comes down to Harrison. Now Maverick has it. He'll step into a triple, and he gets it to go. So giving Maverick Trusty just enough space over there, and he makes him pay for it. It's a double-digit lead for the Indians here in the first quarter. 3:26 left to go here in the first, brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. Cutting through the lane. Nice job by Luke Wolf going straight up, defending that one. Trusty down with the board for the Indians. Kicks it up ahead to Harrison. He goes one-on-one. They're going to call the foul on Engelmeyer as Harrison does that spin move that we've seen him do down on the post. And Engelmeyer winds up getting called for the foul. That'll be his first. Baseline inbound coming up for the Indians. 10-point lead, 17-7 on the board. Ethan Wall set to check in for the Indians.
Wolf's going to take a breather here. Engelmeyer also for the Hornets sitting out here. So that's going to see how that changes their offense here as Harrison's going to have a size advantage here inside.
The average height has gone down exponentially. Wall gets it on the inbounds, tries to make a runner towards the basket, can't get it to go. Rebound down to the Hornets. This is Eli Kimna with it on the wing, working towards the baseline. Good defense by Wall, and he comes down with the rebound. Gives it up ahead to Willoughby. Willoughby throws it up the long on the wing. Three-pointer up, left iron, no good. Ball off a Trusty, out of bounds. Back to the Hornets. So in transition, can't get that one to go. Substitution on the floor for Osage.
Tyler Marshall, Colt Butler checking in. Long's going to get a breather along with Willoughby.
The motor, Tyler Marshall. A senior and a sophomore stepping on the floor for School of the Osage. 2:45 left to go here in the first quarter, brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. Green going into the lane. He's hit on the arm.
Marshall trying to get the cookie out of the cookie jar there. Just draw a little skin as he's doing that. Quick hands, though.
They're going to say free throws on this? It didn't look like he was shooting.
Oh, let's see who they're calling that on. Maybe I had the wrong number.
Yeah, they call it on Wall. First free throw, no good. Game coming up right after this one, folks, is going to be the School of the Osage Lady Indians playing for the championship in their respective bracket, and I believe they're going up against St. Elizabeth in that one, are they not?
That's correct.
Yeah. So St. Elizabeth, Osage twice here tonight. This game for third, and then the girls' game will be for the championship right after this one.
Nice board by Wall off the free throw miss.
Marshall working the baseline, hands it off the Wall. Great extra pass. Wall, tough finish at the rim. Nice pass by Marshall. Good finish by Wall.
Not the first time we've seen Marshall feed the ball there to Wall on the inside. Those two play well together.
You know, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? Like, there's a foul on Osage that'll send St. Elizabeth to the free throw line. Tyler Marshall spends a lot of his time behind the backboard. And, it's probably by design. It seems like he's pretty comfortable back there, but at the same time, he puts himself in this tough no man's land, but man, he can find those passing lanes down there. And whenever you get that help defender coming up on you, you can find your teammates wide open at the rim sometime. That's exactly what he did right there with Ethan Wall. But just something to watch for the rest of this season. Marshall finds himself behind that backboard quite a lot.
Ethan Wall picking up his second foul here early. He's taking a break. Luke Wolf, the Wolfman, coming in.
No, that's not it.
Until you come up with something better, it's it.
That's not it. Second free throw, no good. Wolfman down with the board. Maverick to Luke Wolf. Wolf, a lot of contact out there. Ball on the deck. It's going to be a jump ball. It'll stay here with the Indians. I think you could have made a case for an offensive foul there.
There were some in the crowd that were doing so.
Anti-Wolfman. Trusty to inbound underneath the basket for the Indians. Butler gets it. Back to Maverick in the corner. Dribbles in. Picks up his dribble. Looking for Harrison. Now rotates through. Shot on the rim. No good. The Maverick will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws.
Again, just Trusty looking for Harrison down in the paint. Creates a little space, a little opportunity for him to go to the rim himself. Draws the foul.
If you're watching on MoSportsZone.com or on the KQUL Facebook page, you can see Maverick Trusty's stats for the season on the screen there. 5 rebounds a game. Not something you would expect from a player his size, but he is always constantly in the mix. First free throw, no good. Gets the second one to go. Makes it 20-8 here in this first quarter. Brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. We're just under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 12-point lead for School of the Osage. Green with it, picked up by Marshall. Driving in, tough shot on the rim, no good. Harrison down with the rebound. Now he wants to move down the floor. Coast to coast, goes right to the basket. Tough shot on the rim, can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound, pump fake, put back. Might have been a little bit of contact there too, but he gets the shot to go, and it's a 14-point lead for the Indians.
Harrison has shown the ability to go from coast to coast, and he did it there, and padded his stats with a couple rebounds on the way.
Three-pointer on the wing, up, no good. Rebound tipped around. Maverick Trusty comes up with it. And when you're a good rebounder like Maverick, sometimes the ball just goes right to you, Steve. Maverick with it, over to Harrison up top. Osage looking to add to this lead. Harrison goes to work into the lane, spins right into Engelmeyer, gives it up to Luke Wolf, 14 feet, no good. Offensive rebound, down to Harrison. Back out to Maverick, thought about the three. Comes off the screen, almost shot it, decided to give it up, and it's going to be Colt Butler with it up top now. Butler behind the back into the lane, finds Harrison up top, wide open, three-pointer up, front iron, no good. Rebound goes right to Marshall. Reverse layup, swatted away by Engelmeyer, and St. Elizabeth has the basketball. Great offensive possession there for School of the Osage, though. Multiple possessions. Good offensive rebounding, just could not get the shot to go. Good double team there from Blake Harrison. That pass tip, knocked away. Ball on the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball. It'll stay here with the Hornets.
Yeah, I like that. I like Luke Wolf taking that mid-range jumper right there at the free throw line. He misses that time, but I think that's a good fit in our offense.
Brady Clark checks in.
Brady Iceman Clark.
The Iceman.
Off the inbound. Goes into Preston Rankemeyer, and it's off his hands, out of bounds. Unforced error, back to the Indians. Harrison with it. Oh, Harrison lost a handle on it, and he's going to be called for the foul, just trying to stop Kyson Green from going down the floor. Harrison went to make his move and just lost a handle on the basketball there. Green would have had a wide open layup if Harrison hadn't reached out and kind of held on to him and prevented him from moving down the floor.
His first foul of the night.
16 seconds left to go here in the first. St. Elizabeth trying to chip into this lead, get into double digits. Butler sticks his hand in, and that's going to be another jump ball, and this one's going to go back to School of the Osage.
Butler not seeing a lot of playing time in that previous games. Nice to see him on the floor again, making a difference for us.
Clark calls out the play with 10 seconds left. Ball goes to Butler in the corner. He picks up his dribble, trying to go inside to Wolf. That pass tip knocked away, and the shot goes up as time expires. It's no good. Osage will take a 14-point lead into the second quarter. 22-8 after one. We'll take a break. Come back with the second after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
It starts with a feeling. You belong here. At Columbia College in Osage Beach, they believe higher education isn't reserved for someone else. It's for you. With personalized attention and ongoing support, they help students from all backgrounds discover their identity as scholars and write a bold new future with you in the lead role. Because this isn't just college. It's your story, your next chapter. Columbia College, Osage Beach, where you belong. Back to Osage Indians basketball on Cool 102.7.
Back here in Eugene, Missouri, 39th annual Eugene Tournament. Third place game between the Indians and the St. Elizabeth Hornets. Osage up 22-8, a 14-point lead after one, and some great defense from School of the Osage in that first quarter, Steve.
Hey, anytime you can end a quarter and your offense has scored more than 20 points, that's a win. And when your defense has limited the opponent to less than 10, that's a good recipe for winning some basketball games. So now we came out strong in the first quarter. against Southern Boone the other night. Let's see if we can back that up with a strong second quarter.
Yeah, Osage dominating the pace of game, getting that defensive rebound to start the game, and then Jackson Long getting that layup. I think that was really, I know that seems like a small, innocuous play, but getting Long involved early and him seeing the ball go through the hoop, I think that played big for the rest of that quarter. Helped lead to a 14-point lead. Second quarter brought to you by American Sun Control gets started. St. Elizabeth will start with the basketball. It is a three-pointer up and good by St. Elizabeth off a double screen. But I was going to say it's Willoughby, Long, Wolf, Brady Clark, and Blake Harrison out there on the floor for the Indians. Wolf has the ball knocked away. He has it in the backcourt now. Picks up his dribble, but he gets caught on the arm trying to make his move.
That's one of your favorite fouls there.
St. Elizabeth is saying a timeout was called, but the referee calls a foul. Players are going to their respective benches, but Coach Henshaw does not get the timeout and doesn't really take it. I think he was going to take it if there wasn't a foul, but there was a foul, so you know what? Forget it. We got it figured out. Brady Clark over to Long, back over to Clark. Clark into the lane, floater, and up and good. Brady Clark, the Iceman, getting the floater to go. Great move there from the senior. 7:13 left to go here in the second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control. This is Green with it. He'll step into a 15-footer on the baseline. Rims around, doesn't go. Harrison fights for it, comes down with the board. He'll cross the timeline with the basketball for Osage. Hands it off to Wolf. Wolf up top to Willoughby. Swung around, Long to Clark in the corner. Clark, good pump fake. Works the baseline, hands it off to Harrison. Harrison, spin move, goes right at the big man. But Engelmeyer, with a good defense there, comes down with the board. And that's, you're going to have to get him off the floor, Steve, if you want to try and take it to him. You know what I mean? Because if he keeps his feet planted, he's going to be able to defend pretty much any shot put up. Nice job by Luke Wolf, jumping that passing lane across the lane, comes up with the steal, and then on the other end, Brady Clark to Luke Wolf.
Love it when the defense gets rewarded with an offensive opportunity. He kind of creates the steal and the turnover coming back the other way, and then we reward him with the assist right there at the rim, getting the two. Osage up 26-11.
St. Elizabeth, corner three up, no good. Long rebound comes out. Jackson Long tracks it down. Long, coast to coast, splits a defender, can't get the layup to go. Rebound fought for between two Hornets, and then called for a travel. As they try and disengage with one another, he falls backwards with his feet and winds up getting called for the turnover, Steve.
Yeah, that's got to be frustrating. Good news for St. E. The mustache is back on the floor.
And actually, it's a whole new five on the floor for St. Elizabeth. Obviously, Coach Heckemeyer wanting to talk to his team, and those five that were out there not liking what he's seeing here. Off the inbound, he does like that, though, as Jacob Holtmeyer gets the steal. Gives it up ahead to Otto. He can't finish at the rim. Rebound goes right to Willoughby. He tries to go down the floor, gives it up ahead to Trusty. Trusty between two defenders. Fadeaway 12-footer, no good. Rebound bounces out on the floor, on the deck. Wolf picks it up at half court. He gives it over to Willoughby. Willoughby over to Long, thought about the three, now back to Willoughby. Luke Wolf has it up top, dribbles in, picks up his dribble, finds Brady Clark on the block, up and in. And Clark and Wolf, a great lawyer firm name, but these two working well together here.
Clark's got to 2 buckets here in this quarter alone. Didn't see him in the first quarter. He's making a difference here in the second.
28-11 the score right now here. 5:21 left to go in the second quarter. Brought to you by American Sun Control. Three-pointer in the corner up. Back iron, no good. Willoughby with the rebound for School of Osage. Now that ball kicked over to Clark. Clark hands it off to Maverick. Thought about the three, Long wide open in the corner. Three-pointer up from him. Back iron, no good. Clark with the offensive board and the putback. Brady Clark, the Iceman, coming.
Love rooting for Mr. Clark here. The Iceman is making a difference here.
Now working the baseline, finding himself underneath the rim, no good. Otto with the rebound, putback, can't get it to go. This rebound comes down to Kimna. Kimna kicks it out, three-pointer up by Holtmeyer. That one's no good either. Fight for the rebound, Jackson Long has it. Long across half court, gives it over to Willoughby. Willoughby, tough contested shot, can't get it to go. Brady Clark, weak side rebound, putback, no good. And that rebound comes down to St. Elizabeth. 32-11 on the scoreboard, a 19-point advantage for the Indians. 4:21 left to go here in the second. Foul on the drive there. It'll be St. Elizabeth baseline inbound coming up.
Brady Clark with his first foul on the night.
Off the inbound. That ball tipped, knocked away. Otto has it. Osage tries to scramble back on defense. Well, that's just trying to get to your spot, taking an extra step to get there, getting called for the travel. Another turnover back to school, the Osage. Willoughby brings it up, finds Clark on the wing, inside. Maverick at 15 feet, out the long on the wing. His three-pointer is away and good. 4 passes, long on the wing, hits the triple, 22-point advantage. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. Halfway through this second quarter, Osage up 33-11. Back with more after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
This school and holiday season, visit your new owners and professional team at your local UPS store next to Deerbergs in Osage Beach. Get printing, a full business center, notary, shipping, and mailboxes. Your red carpet full-service UPS center. UPS makes it easy with realtor, military, and small business discounts. They'll pick up packages for you. Open 7 days a week. Backing local schools and surrounding areas. Let UPS back you and take care of your printing and shipping. UPS online or at 573-365-6991. It's the 3-day baking sale at Hy-Vee, Friday through Sunday. Grab deals like that Smart Sugar for $2.48, Hy-Vee butter $2.49, Hy-Vee flour $1.48, Hy-Vee cream cheese $1.28, Hy-Vee pretzels 99 cents, Hy-Vee baking chips $2.48. It's the 3-day baking sale, Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee in Osage Beach.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
Cool 102.7 and Osage Indians basketball. Now, back to the action on the court.
Osage up by 22 here in the second quarter, 33-11. The second quarter brought to you by American Sun Control. And Osage getting it done on both sides of the basketball right now. We'll see if they can keep it up here. Couple starters back on the floor after being mass substituted out earlier. And there's an unforced error once again, but great defense by the Indians to force that turnover and get the ball back.
Is it Engelmeyer? Is that 32? Mm-hmm. Osage doing a good job on double teaming him. We're getting help when he's a big boy taking a lot of space there in the lane, and when he gets the ball, we're doing a good job getting some help defense there.
Wolf inside to Maverick. Maverick turnaround 8-footer off the rim, no good. Difficult shot, and then, we're going to say off Maverick, out of bounds. It didn't look like he touched it, did it?
I was too busy looking at Maverick Trusty officiating the game to miss it. He had the call right.
Substitution on the floor for School of the Osage.
So Willoughby, Clark, and the Wolfman are going to take a breather.
Wolf, attorney at ball. You don't like that one? You make a cool, lawyer graphic for him?
Harrison back on the floor along with Marshall, and there's Engelmeyer with the buckets.
Don't try and change the subject. 33-13, Osage out in front by 20, coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the second. Great pass from Trusty to Butler, who finishes at the rim. That's the magician for you.
Yeah, the magician not running the point, but he does a great job of getting the assist and including his teammates. Sees the floor well.
Three-pointer up, back iron, no good. Fight for the board, fought for, knocked around, ball on the deck. That's going to be a jump ball and go back to School of the Osage.
You missed the days of the jump ball, and we're gonna tip it off every time.
Yeah, we should.
I don't know. We'd have 4 people in the circle there at that time. I think we had 4 people with their hands on the ball.
There's some middle school girls games that would take a long time if that was the case. Butler hands it off to Harrison. Harrison can't quite finish on that one. Gets his own rebound. Pump fakes, moves around in the lane. They're going to say foul on the floor. So it'll be a baseline inbound coming up for the Indians here.
Hey, nice inlet pass there by Butler. Should have had the assist, just couldn't finish at the rim.
Off the inbound, Marshall dribbles in, hands it off to Harrison, and Harrison hit on the arm. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Second play in a row here where our guards are creating some attention, trying to drive, get in the lane, and then just at that last moment, dishing it off to Harrison, giving him a chance to go for the bucket.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Harrison's expecting it, but these guards have no desire to go in there against Engelmeyer. Harrison was an 86% free throw shooter coming into that one. I can say that after he misses. I can say that, Steve.
You need to give me the rule book for when comments made during free
Jinx,
throws.
yeah, I'll give you the Jinx rule book. That's fine. Second free throw is good, makes it 36-13, a 23-point advantage for School of the Osage. 2:19 left to go here in this second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control. Another three out front iron, no good. Rebound comes down to the Hornets. Trying to go inside to Engelmeyer. Engelmeyer goes to work. He lost a handle on the basketball. That ball hits the deck and collected by the Hornets. Now wide open in the corner. Three-pointer up, and that one finally goes. So kind of a messed up, broken play there.
Just trying to chase down the rebound and left one of the Hornets wide open on the three.
Yeah, Kempker gets the triple. Now Jackson Long, 15-footer over the big man. Front iron, doesn't fall. Rebound comes down to the Hornets. It's a 20-point advantage for Osage. A minute 45 left to go here in the second. Green dribbles in. Good defense there from Maverick. Gives it up, though. Kempker, three-pointer, no good. Engelmeyer, offensive board. Back up. He goes with it. Can't get it to go, and Harrison down with the rebound. Now Harrison behind his back at the timeline. Looking for help, finds Long wide open on the wing. His three-pointer is up. Front iron, no good. Weak side rebound down to Green.
Yeah, it's a shot that Long has to take there. He's wide open by a mile. You got to pull the trigger every time when they do that to you.
Green all the way down into the lane.
Ooh.
And might have gotten bailed out there as he spun into a double team and puts a shot up on the rim. And he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
I'm calling that one on Trusty. It's his first of the night.
1:13 left to go here in this second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control.
It just shows you what a smart player Maverick is here. I mean, he's always in the middle of the action here, and he's first foul of the night.
First free throw is good. 36-17 on the scoreboard.
Trusty taking a breather. On the floor, we have Long, Harrison, Butler, Wolf, and Marshall.
Both free throws good.
Score 36-18, 1:12 left in this second quarter.
Harrison hands it off to Butler. Butler dribbles in, lost it off his knee, and then good recovery there to try and knock it away from the St. E player. Does so it'll stay here with Osage. Baseline inbound. Marshall set to inbound it for Osage. Goes into Long, into the corner. Marshall comes back, and he'll get it. Dribbles in, leaves his feet, finds Butler on the wing. Three-pointer up, front iron, no good. Wolf with the rebound, saves it back into Harrison. Harrison up between multiple bodies, can't get it to go. Fight for the board, multiple bodies on the deck. And St. E comes up with the basketball. Now this is Green with it. Dribbles in, and a jump ball will stay here with St. Elizabeth.
You hesitated, as you said.
No. Did you see a jump ball
It's
there?
a unique-looking jump ball, if I've ever seen
Well,
one.
that junk ball sounds
Junk
more,
ball. That's,
more correct than jump ball.
it's almost just a little quick whistle on the jump ball
well,
call
it's like,
there.
2 hands on it? Yeah, jump ball. Yeah, very quick whistle there. So St. E will get the ball. Baseline inbound. Under 40 seconds left here. Otto has it. Has to go down to one knee. And then it's called for a travel as he stands up to his feet before passing it. Again, you want to stick around for halftime. We're going to have Steve rank something very, very important tonight. So far, after 3 games, and Steve ranks it, he has been wrong on every single one. But maybe he'll get tonight right.
I don't think everyone would agree with that. I think your fiance really had approved my last
I don't know about
ranking.
that. Oh, the Wendy's fries, the new ones are no good.
You mocking her or me? I'm not sure.
You for sure. Great pass there from Butler on the baseline to find Harrison at the rim for the easy finish.
Harrison with 9 on the night.
Fadeaway jumper, no good. Fight for the board, and that's going to be a jump ball, and that'll go back to Osage with 0.6 of a second left. 38-18, 0.6 of a second left here in this quarter. And Marshall will hit the ceiling, and I think that's worth 10 points. I could be wrong. 38-18 after 2 quarters. Take a break, come back with the High V halftime show, and Steve ranks it after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
There's lights to put way up there, trees that need taken down here, and that gravel driveway needs a facelift. United Rentals has the tools that you need to get that list done. Need them to come to you? Their outside sales team is ready to come out to the job and make sure that you get the right machine for the task at hand. United Rentals not only rents but sells and services equipment as well. United Rentals for the job. Take 42 to Blue Ridge or UnitedRentals.com.
Is your garage door creaking, squeaking, or just plain loud? Hi, it's Paul Dooley with Dooley Overhead Doors. We fix noisy doors with new springs and expert adjustments. And if it's time for an upgrade, we can make that happen using only top quality material and service. In 40 years, we've seen a lot of changes here at the lake, but we're still here because of our great sales and customer service. Let us show you how. Call Dooley Overhead Doors at 573-348-4399.
You're listening to Osage Indians basketball. KQUL Lake Ozark. It's the halftime show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Eugene, Missouri, 39th annual Eugene Tournament, third place game between the School of the Osage Indians and the St. Elizabeth Hornets. And at halftime, Osage a 20-point advantage, 38-18 over St. Elizabeth. And while they are getting it done down here on the offensive end, as they have all season, Steve, it has been the effort on the defensive end that has paid dividends for School of the Osage tonight.
Yeah, for sure. In that first quarter, we limited the Hornets to 8 points. In that second quarter, we limited them to 10 points. You're going to win a lot of games if you can keep teams at 10 points or below. Boy, we started on fire in that first quarter, scoring 22 points. Slowed down just a little bit in that second quarter with 16 points. But there's some things that we both talked about that we liked, that we saw. Love seeing the impact that Brady Clark had on the floor. He didn't get on the floor to that second quarter, but getting some offensive rebounds, creating some havoc defensively, scoring 6 points. Just, this Osage team has some depth to it, and that's a young man that didn't get to play the other night, and he gets on the floor and he seizes the opportunity, makes a difference. Other scores here for Osage: Jackson Long, our leading scorer here, with 11. Blake Harrison with 9. Brady Clark, as I mentioned, with 6. Maverick Trusty with 6. The Wolfman Luke with 2. Ethan Wall with 2. Colt Butler with 2. Those are our scores here so far, halfway through this contest.
I like what I've seen down here offensively with extra passes, moving the basketball, not settling for one pass and getting into a shot from there. But down here, you're moving the basketball. The ball's moving 4 or 5 times. Every player touching the basketball, and they're getting easy looks, which is not easy to do against their big man, Engelmeyer. But the little guys, Marshall, Willoughby, they're the ones getting in there, and they're drawing Engelmeyer up to him, and then they're just handing it off to Harrison and Wall for easy finishes at the basket. I like what I've seen down here offensively with the passing tonight.
Yeah, because shooting percentage is directly related to shot selection, right? And so, hey, trust your offense. Trust your teammates. Don't force the shot. We've got some sharp shooters that can nail that three, but still, it still matters. Shot selection still matters. Make sure you have the open shot. Make sure it's flowing in your offense here. And, again, that's what we've done tonight. And it just does so much for your team when you're taking an ill-advised shot. Man, that's a deflator for your entire team. And so we've just seen great selfless ball tonight, great shot selection, and then you combine that with the effort that we've seen on defense here. Again, this is a team, St. E, that competed a little bit with Eugene the other night. Now, the end score is probably similar to what we see here so far, but as you mentioned, St. E was ahead at one point early in that game, so love to see the comparison there.
Osage and St. Elizabeth playing in the third place game here at the 39th annual Eugene Tournament. The game right after this one will be St. Elizabeth and School of the Osage once again, but it'll be the ladies taking the court with the School of the Osage Lady Indians playing for the championship right here in Eugene. So if you get a chance to come up here and watch the girls play for a championship, please do so, as they'll try and bring home that first place trophy. And we'll see if Osage can finish this one out and bring home a third place trophy here tonight. We'll take a break. Come back with the hottest basketball mid-Missouri segment in the world. Steve ranks it coming up after this. And folks, Steve is going to rank NFL logos. NFL logos. So no real ranking criteria. He's just going to rank his personal favorite NFL logos coming up after this. Think about yours at home or if you're driving around, and we'll come back and hear his. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
When it's time for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency matter even more. At DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll get competitive pricing on Air Ease products. Industry-leading comfort built on over 80 years of experience and innovation. For nearly 15 years, DeGraff & Reed has proudly served the Lake area and Jefferson City, providing reliable products from reliable people. DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, where comfort meets trust. And they're hiring. Join their growing team today. This is Osage Indians basketball. Back to the game on Cool 102.7.
Back here in Eugene, Missouri, Hy-Vee halftime show. And so far this season, Steve has ranked Thanksgiving food, Christmas movies. Fast food French fries, but maybe nothing more important than what we're going to hear tonight, as Steve is going to rank NFL team logos 5-1. Steve, the floor is yours.
Hey,
don't mess this up.
This was kind of tough because I was trying to separate, like, okay, it's not about whether I like the team. It's only a judgment of the logo and not my allegiance, or it's not about me being a fan of anybody, right? And I think this would have more impact if we could slide in, hey, boom, they could see the logo. This is going to have less impact if they can't see the
most
logo here.
people know the logos for every team.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go.
Number 5.
Number 5. I like the Buccaneers. They got that flag. They got the pirates there on the flag. That's just, I love that.
What'd you think of the old one? Like the creamsicle
guy
with the blade in his mouth?
No good. That would be on my bottom
awesome.
5.
Wow. See, this is why you're so bad at this. With every
You're the only
so
one
far.
that thinks I'm bad at this.
That's true.
You're my
Number
worst
4.
critic. Okay. Number 4, the Vikings, because it's a Viking, and it's, I think,
Is that your criteria? The Vikings. It's a Viking.
Okay, it's not like just like a V, it's like,
that's true.
It's a picture of a Viking with the long hair in the back.
Oh, wait,
It's
I thought it was like the
it's right
horn.
there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
See, that's
okay.
why if we had this
So
on the
Viking-
screen,
that's
we
fine
could
then.
know
People
where.
listen on the radio going, yeah, that's true. So it's the Viking side profile picture with the helmet on
Yes.
and the long blonde.
Yes,
Gotcha.
yes,
Okay, number 3.
Yeah, I think you're going to notice. I like the detail in the logos. That's the consistent basis. So the Raiders, I like the pirate with the patch and the helmet on and the swords in the background there.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
That's a good one.
Okay, number 2, and this has to do with where I went to high school. I love the tiger stripes on the Bengals helmets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I went to school. I was a Tiger in high school, and so we had the orange and black. So that's why.
Well, are you doing helmets now or logos?
Well, that was their logo.
Was
that's
it
what
just tiger
brought it-
stripes?
Just tiger stripes.
All right,
yeah.
if you say so.
All right, like I said, we had evidence here to put on the screen. And number 1, and this one almost pains me to say, because I am so not a fan of this team. In fact, I enjoy rooting against this team. But I think they have a good, strong logo, and that would be the Patriots.
Oh,
it's the
okay.
red, it's the patriotic colors. It's the strong patriot with the strong chin there, and the colonial hat.
And
It's
again,
good.
like number 5, I like the old Patriot logo better. The Patriot down, set to hike it. I thought that's a cute little logo.
Cute.
Oh, you have,
but
you have bad ones?
You lost me a cute. Yeah. How about the Browns? It's just an orange helmet.
It's
What
not even
is
brown.
that? What is that?
It's not even brown.
I'd love to have been in the meeting. Hey, so I got some ideas for a logo here. How about just an orange helmet?
Well, you know what happened is they gave it out to 5 employees, and they said, bring us a helmet with your logo. And the guy, like right before the meeting, guy's like, that's today? I don't have anything.
I'd love to see some of the bad ideas they dismissed that they like at least less than this. And the Giants is just NY. It's just, come on, try. You're a giant. Try harder. But the worst of all, of course, and I know you'll agree with this.
Try harder.
The Seahawks. Come on, what is that?
What's wrong with their logo?
First of all, what is a Seahawk? I mean, come on, that's just a terrible. It's just you lost me at the beginning on Seahawks.
All right, took care of that. He's officially been muted for the rest of the second. I tell you, it's when you're a Seahawk fan, which I have been for a very long time now. Not great colors. Not a great color scheme. You start wearing like bright green stuff, and it's tough to justify that. I tell you, I like the more simple ones. Dallas.
So you like the Browns?
No, I like Dallas. I think Dallas has a great logo.
Then you like San Fran. They've got a nice, just simple, just like boom, SF.
No.
No?
I like the Steelers. Yeah. I think that the Titans have an okay logo. I wouldn't say it's great. You know what? That actually might be a bad one. I'm not sure. The Saints, that's pretty iconic. The Falcons.
I like the Lions. It's just the leaping, lion there. That's all right.
Yeah.
The Panthers, but again, I guess I like the faces and the detail.
Yeah. I like this, like everything else. I like the simpler things, and you like complicated, difficult
I
things.
think it's a reflection of just on the level of thinking that we operate normally in life.
It's a microcosm of our relationship, Steve. All right, third quarter about to get underway. That is Steve Ranks It. And if you have any recommendations for things that you'd like to hear Steve rank, please don't hesitate to text me, text him, catch him in the hallways, send that information with your kid to school. Do anything, because we are taking recommendations all the time. We are scrambling We're 4 games in, and we are scrambling to get these categories together sometimes. So we will definitely take recommendations. Anything but least a favorite sports announcers. Because that's just
Favorite catchphrases of Craig Allen. I'd love to
put it
do
on
them.
pizza, number 1. Third quarter brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. St. Elizabeth will start with the basketball. Harrison, Willoughby, Trusty, Long,
Ooh, it's quick whistle on the foul there.
and Wolf on the floor for the Indians. And Maverick going to be called for the foul out on the perimeter on the first possession here in the third.
His second of the night.
St. Elizabeth with the basketball working against Willoughby here. This is Kempker. Over to Green. Green lost a handle on it. Engelmeyer comes up with it. Ball on the floor, lost. He goes up, can't get it to go. Harrison has the rebound, tries the outlet. It's knocked away, stays with Osage. And I'd say eventually, with the score being what it is, we're going to have to see some full court pressure or some kind of pressure from St. Elizabeth here, Steve.
Well, I tell you, Engelmeyer's leaving some points on the floor. He's had a few opportunities. He's right at the rim and just missing shots.
Three-pointer, no good. Harrison with the rebound. Harrison loses a handle on it, but it goes right to Wolf. Now ball swung around. Great ball movement from the Indians. Winds up in Maverick Trusty's hands. Front iron, no good. Ball goes over. Luke Wolf winds up with it. Out to Jackson Long for another triple. And if you're going to give the Indians 3 good looks at it, eventually they're going to get one to fall, and Jackson Long hits the triple to make it 41-18.
Yeah, when 2 of those looks are trays from Jackson Long, that does not say good things about your defense.
Blake Harrison, Steve, came into tonight averaging 11 rebounds a game. And from what we've seen so far, I think that average is going to go up. He has been all over the offensive and defensive glass here tonight. Shot on the rim, no good. Rebound down to Willoughby. He gives it back behind the defense to Jackson Long for the finger roll layup. Back-to-back buckets for Jackson Long. Great outlet there from Willoughby.
He's got 16 so far tonight.
16 outlets? Green, fadeaway shot over Trusty. And Maverick a little frustrated, but there wasn't much he could do there. Pretty athletic move and shot there from Green. Now this is Maverick with it. Right to left. Into the lane, splits 2 defenders. Shot up. No good.
He's going to the line.
He'll go to the line. Contact was made.
Trusty got 6 on the night.
And Maverick came into tonight averaging 8.7 points per game. So he's right around that right now, hitting his 7th point.
Yeah, you mentioned Harrison's rebounding. I've got him for 9 rebounds right now, and you know I don't catch them all. So we got still some ball left to play.
Yeah, you are nothing like Pokemon. Do not catch them all. That's probably a reference lost on you. I shouldn't make those on the air. 45-20.
I like it when you self-correct right there.
What am I, 10
Live
years old?
self-correction.
Am I a
by
10-year-old?
Craig Allen.
45-20 here in the third, 6 minutes left to go. Green drives to the basket, tough athletic shot. Up over the defense, gets it to go. 45-22 now. Harrison at 15 finds Wolf underneath the basket, but there's Engelmeyer knocking it away, but Wolf gets the rebound. Tries to hand it off to Harrison. Harrison pump fakes, gets a shot on the glass, and Engelmeyer frustrated with himself because, again, that's what you have to do, Steve. You have to get the big man off the floor, and Harrison did it right there and draws the foul.
Luke Wolf did a good job of just kind of pitching a tent and camping out there in the lane, getting the ball, and just Engelmeyer just so big, had a hard time scoring. Engelmeyer just taking up space and making it difficult, but Harrison getting the rebound and adding to his stats again there.
Harrison came into tonight shooting 86.4% on free throws. Misses the first. Not related. That's 3 fouls on Engelmeyer, by the way, the big man, the sophomore. Can you imagine how big he'll be whenever he's a senior? He's 6'2", 6'3" right now.
What kind of tape measure are you using?
The one the one that teams used to measure for their programs.
He is a big boy.
Yeah.
Towering, he's got Trusty standing right next to him. He's a head taller than him. We've had some confusion at something at the scoring table. That's why we're not really talking about the game. No basketball being played here. Blake Harrison getting ready to take his second free throw.
And it's also no good. Ethan Wall checked in on that last possession. St. Elizabeth with the basketball now. Kempker working a 2-man game with Engelmeyer. Picks up his dribble. Now trying to go inside to him. That pass tip knocked away. Willoughby comes up with it. Harrison has it. Spin move. And then tries to do a scoop underhand layup to finish at the rim. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to St. E. Back the other way. Green dribbles in. Kicks it out in the corner. Three-pointer up by them. And it gets it to go. 45-25. I think that's an instance where you just finish strong, Steve. Easy to say up here, of course, but Wall goes right to the basket. Tough shot, no good. Fight for the board. Engelmeyer and Harrison on the floor, and I think Engelmeyer might have landed on Harrison. Of course, that's a 6'6" kid, 400 pounds.
What'd you say? He's between 6'2" and 6'8", and between
200
and 400 pounds?
200, anywhere in that.
Imagine that, folks.
Range.
If you're listening on the radio, just imagine that body.
Anywhere in that range. But no, he's a pretty talented sophomore for the St. Elizabeth team. Now Harrison trying to work on the baseline. Tries that patented spin move of his, but has the ball knocked away out of bounds. Baseline inbound coming up.
Engelmeyer's definitely, creating some problems
here
for Harrison.
For sure. For sure. And the rest of the Indians. And the thing about Engelmeyer, too, is, he's obviously a big boy, just a sophomore. I can't remember the last time Osage had a kid like that come through. Mm-hmm. I've been calling games here now for 10 years, and I don't remember a kid coming in that's just like, wow, this kid is big, good on defense. Maverick with a defensive rebound across the lane. Ethan Wall blocked from behind by Green, and now he has the basketball. Lost a handle on it. Willoughby up with the steal. It's a 2-on-1. Hands it off to Wall, who finishes at the rim, and we'll go to the line for one more. Nice pass there from Willoughby. Good hard finish from Ethan Wall.
Yeah, Willoughby with the steal and the assist. Wall with the bucket and a chance to make it a three-point play. Score 47-25 in favor of the Indians. 4:09 left in this third period. Substitutions for the Hornets. Engelmeyer's taking a breather here.
This third quarter brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp.
Willoughby's going to take a break, as is Long and Harrison. We've got Butler, Wall, Trusty, Clark, and Marshall on the floor.
Three-point play converted by Ethan Wall. Makes it 48-25 here in the third quarter. Trying to give it up in the lane. That pass knocked away. St. Elizabeth has to jump on it. Now trying to go inside to Otto. Ball knocked away. Maverick undercuts Otto on accident. Both players to the floor. Out of bounds off Osage. Stays here with the Hornets. .354 left to go here in the third. Off the inbound. Throwing in back behind the defense. St. Elizabeth will reset here. This is Holtmeyer. Otto picks it up. Gives it over to Easton Oligschlager. But he loses it, and Butler comes up with it. Now trying to go up ahead to Clark. Otto jumps the passing lane, knocks it out of bounds. Off St. E. Stays here with Osage. Number 0. How would you say that, Steve?
Oh, man, that's a mouthful.
Easton. Easton, yeah, that's how I'd say that, Easton. Baseline inbound. Clark just checks in, gives it into Tyler Marshall, and Marshall hits the triple. So the motor comes in and hits the 3 to make it 51-25.
Yeah, that's got to be deflating for the Hornets here. Not, you know that Long is going to come in and get his, but then when you see Marshall come in, hey, we got another threat from three land. That'll set you back.
Nice take into the lane. Shot on the rim, no good. Butler has it, kicks it up ahead to Marshall. Marshall trying to throw it ahead to Wall. And I think Wall might have been lining his steps up for another potential dunk attempt. And after Tuesday night, certainly questionable. But that ball goes out of bounds back to St. Elizabeth.
And there's something that Mr. Ethan Wall does not lack.
Confidence?
Confidence. He's got it in abundance. I love it.
Instead, it's a turnover. And St. E has the ball down 51-25 here in this third quarter, brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. Rankemeyer picks up his dribble, gives it over to Holtmeyer. Now over to Green. He's got Wolf in front of him. Dribbles in, picks up his dribble. Good defense from Wolf. Shot up, no good. And Wolf has the rebound. And he'll bring it up for the Indians. Gives it over to Butler in the corner. Tyler Marshall once again. Three-pointer up, back iron, no good. Fight for the board. Nice job by Ethan Wall getting to that spot and grabbing it. Now inside Wolf. Spin move, push shot, up off the glass, no good. Ethan Wall, another offensive board, and his putback can't go. And St. E down with the rebound. Couple good opportunities there for the Indians. Couldn't get anything to fall. And now St. E on offense. Otto trying to go inside to Easton. He loses a handle on it. He's going to be hit on the arm by Butler. And I think there was just a lot of iffy contact down here, Steve. And I think eventually the Osage defense kind of put the referee in a position where he had to call something. Was it the most contact that it was on this possession? No, but it was consistent with contact throughout the possession. Referee had enough. Calls the foul on Butler.
His first of the night.
Baseline inbound coming up. Engelmeyer checks back in. And off the inbound, a three-pointer up and in for St. E. 51-28 now, under 2 minutes to go here in the third. On the interior, Luke Wolf spins, picks up his dribble, and he's going to be called for a travel as he tries to make his move on the inside there.
And again, that's a turnover created by Engelmeyer.
Exactly,
yeah. Wolf gets the ball in just perfect position, but as he turns, he sees the big man right in his face, and he's trying to kind of spin out of that and gets the travel called.
Tell you what, you just slightly refine this Engelmeyer kid's game, and he is going to be a big-time threat. And right there, he's called for the push.
That's one thing we need to refine is picking up unnecessary fouls here.
Yeah, I think that's going to be 4 on him, so he's going to have to play smart down the stretch here. 1:36 left to go in this third quarter. Clark picks up his dribble at 15. Out to Butler. Inside to Wall. Wall finds himself underneath the backboard.
Is that it? Is that number 5?
You
Could
know,
be.
Steve, we're pretty biased, but that didn't look like a lot of contact there to justify that foul on him.
You know, you're going to get some of those calls when you're the big man in the paint and someone shoots there in your vicinity. You're going to get some whistles,
Well,
fair or not fair.
They're going to call that one on Otto. So Ethan Wall finds himself at the free throw line.
What's his percentage? Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I just thought you had it.
71.4 on the season. And he misses both because of Steve. But Brady Clark, the offensive rebound and putback. The Iceman.
Clark with 8 on the night.
Trying to go inside to Otto, working on Wall, and goes off of Otto's knee.
Yeah, Wall does a lot, just that we can't really track in stats here. He kind of created that turnover without his hand ever being on the ball. Just his defensive presence kind of creating that disruption.
Now Wall trying to go out on the perimeter to Butler, has it knocked away. 59.1 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. Clark with it, over to Butler. Butler wants to work the baseline. Now 9-foot floater, no good. Gets his own rebound, trying to go across the Wall, but threw it at his feet, and then Wall just sticking his hand in there, Steve, as he went down the floor and gets called for the foul. Can't do it.
His third of the night.
Can't do that, Steve.
Tell him.
Ethan, can't do that. 53-28 here in the third quarter. Cross-court pass, 2 Hornets there. One of them tracks it down. Now Tyler Marshall on defense. Three-pointer up, rims off, no good. Weak side rebound. Wall tracks it down. Gives it up ahead to Clark. Osage wants to move, gives it over to Tyler Marshall. Marshall, extra pass to Butler. He can't get it to go. Rebound tipped out, and Otto comes up with it.
Yeah, it was just an inch away from beautiful right there. Great ball movement, selfless play. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Green right to the basket. He can't get it to go. Kimna with the board. Puts it down. Now ball on the deck. They're going to call a jump ball. It'll stay here with St. E with 5 seconds left. the inbound. Green over to Kempker. Pump fake, dribbles in, tough shot, up off the glass, no good, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close, 53-28. We'll take a break, come back with the final quarter after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Since 2019, Sunset Tire and Service has been proud to keep our community rolling with trusted tire brands and honest prices. Need new tires? Sunset Tire and Service has got you covered. Plus the friendly service you expect from your local shop. See Sunset Tire and Service on Highway 42 or schedule online at sunsettireandservice.com. Sunset Tire and Service, keeping our hometown on the road.
Back to Osage Indians basketball on Cool 102.7.
Back here in Eugene, Missouri, 39th annual Eugene Tournament, third place game between the School of the Osage Indians and the St. Elizabeth Hornets. And after 3 quarters of play, Osage comfortably out in front by 25 with a score of 53-28 on the scoreboard.
Hey, this is the bounce-back win that Osage was looking for here for sure. After a rough outing against the Southern Boone Eagles, come out making that strong statement in the first quarter, 22-8, and they really haven't looked back since then, winning every quarter here so far tonight, playing like a team, trusting their offense, trusting their teammates, creating some turnovers, doing all those things that we couldn't make happen the other night against Southern Boone. And I'll be anxious to see our shooting percentage as well, because all of that is kind of coming together. We just had a better night offensively.
You know, I'll say the obvious, Steve. Southern Boone played well the other night, but if Osage plays like this Thursday night, they're playing for a championship. Just a tough game for the Indians, winding up with a 4-point loss in that one. And now they have a 25-point lead here in the third place game, and they start with the basketball here in the fourth. Harrison gets it on the interior, surrounded by multiple Hornets, and that's not where you want to be, surrounded by multiple Hornets. Not a foul call, though. They're going to call a jump ball, and it'll go back to St. E. Maybe Steve will rate dangerous insects, and Hornets got to be up there.
There's all kinds of Hornets, though, aren't there? I felt like there's multiple.
Oh, okay.
We'll
We'll have you rank Hornets. Types of Hornets. There's no shortage of stuff you can rank, Steve.
Then why are we struggling to come up with an idea every game?
That's a good point. That's a good point. I'll put in some time. Wolf with it up top for the Indians, over to Maverick. Goes to Long in the corner. That ball tip knocked away before it got to Long. So it'll stay here with the Indians. Sideline inbound, difficulty rating 6. Goes into Harrison. Harrison just gets to a spot, can't get it to go. Rebound tipped away, and St. E comes up with it. Tough angle for Harrison. He just couldn't get that shot to fall. Ball on the deck, gathered in the corner by Kempker, and he goes right to the basket. Really going for contact more than anything. He draws it, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Say that's against Jackson Long. Indeed it is. His second of the night. This could be the first. Here we are, 7. We got almost a whole quarter here to play, but this might be the first game of our season so far that Blake Harrison won't score 20-plus points. Setting the single digits so far right now. Am I looking at that right? Yeah, 9 points. He has more rebounds than points so far.
First the LeBron James double-digit point streak, and now this, Steve. What a week.
What's going to wake? How am I going to get up tomorrow morning?
1 foot at a time. Both free throws good. Back the other way now. Long on the wing. His three-pointer up and good.
That was a beautiful shot, man. Just he picked his spot. Just had his feet right where they needed to be. Got the ball right in his hands and just drained it.
Obviously, doesn't have to be pointed out. Long struggles with shooting on Thursday night, but anyone who's watched that young man play, Steve, knew that it wasn't going to last forever. And he's already shot his way out of it tonight. Harrison, great pass from Willoughby, and he finishes at the rim with the foul and goes to the line for one more. 58-30 on the scoreboard. One more free throw coming up. And it's good. 6:42 left to go here in this quarter, in this game, in this tournament.
Oh.
Out of bounds, and again, kind of like he did on the last play, Steve. Rinkemeyer looking for contact. This time he doesn't get it. Good defense there from Maverick Trusty.
Just out of control. A little bit out of control there, Rinkemeyer. Falling to the floor. We're just playing good sound defense and letting him do it.
And this time he's going to be called for the foul. As Willoughby had it up top.
We got a line change coming for the Hornets. All 5 are getting substituted here. Engelmeyer going to be coming on the floor. Along with Wyatt Earp.
That is a mustache, man. If you're watching online, you can see that thing a mile away. I have never had a mustache like that in my life, Steve.
Have you ever had a mustache like any mustache?
No,
any
no.
kind of mustache?
What I'm showing right now, this is 7 months of growth, Steve. And there's nothing there. Push shot, no good from Willoughby.
It's a good look.
I couldn't imagine having that mustache in high school. That is.
Oh, you would have had food in it all the time.
Oh, my
it would have
goodness,
been bad.
yeah. My dad has had a mustache my whole life. I've never seen my dad without one. And no offense, Kenny, but that mustache on the floor is just nicer.
How often do you call your dad Kenny? You throw that out there?
Only whenever I
often?
talk about his mustache.
Okay.
So about 25 times a year. And it did feel weird. I should just called him Dad. Maverick into the lane, kicks it out to Willoughby. Trying to go to Wolf. Wolf on the interior, can't get it to go. But he's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, great look and pass by Trusty. Getting it to Wolf right there on the block. He just turns, makes a strong move to the basket, draws the foul. Luke Wolf, he's got 1 bucket here tonight. Get a chance to add to that total right now. First free throw made. Osage 60, St. Elizabeth 30.
It's only been 2. Make it 4.
Luke Wolf with 100% free throw shooting percentage. We'll say that after
That's
he
right,
makes the
after he
2.
makes them, yeah. Luke Wolf, attorney at ball.
That's pretty good. Keep working it. Is that a finished product?
I'm just going to beat you down with it, yeah. Whether you like it or not.
Engelmeyer just pounding inside here.
Look at that.
Gets the
What a
bucket.
move by Engelmeyer. I like that. Spinning in towards his right, and then the fadeaway 12-footer.
Jackson Long begging for the ball in the corner. Not going to get it. Trusty will take the long tray.
Oh, Wolf can't get it to go. Objection. And Saney down with the basketball. 61-32. We can do so much with attorney at ball, Steve. Otto trying to go inside, but that pass jumped by Harrison. Now Blake wants to go right to the basket, puts the shot up, no good, gets his own rebound. Pump fake, fighting for the board. They're going to say a foul on the floor. And that'll be the 4th on St. Elizabeth. As Osage has a 61-32 lead with a baseline inbound coming up. 4:33 left to go here in this final quarter, brought to you by United Rentals. Off the inbound. Harrison, tough finish, can't get it to go. Wolf winds up with it. Out to Maverick. He'll put a 3-pointer up. Rims around, doesn't fall. Ball on the deck. Willoughby has it. 15-footer from Long on the baseline, or excuse me, from the corner can't go. And then Harrison down there fighting with Engelmeyer on the outlet and gets called for the foul.
Harrison's 2nd of the night. Hey, I love that shot selection by Jackson Long. He pumps the fake there on the 3 and then drives inside and takes the mid-range jumper. Couldn't get it to fall, but, man, he's going to have that shot anytime he wants it, I feel like.
New 5 on the floor for the Indians, Steve.
We got Marshall, Clark, Rub-a-dub-dubs, Wall, and Butler.
Rob-a-dub-dub, Steve. His name's Robert.
Are you sure? His name is Robert. I'm sure of that, yes.
Yeah, I got a request here for Luke Wolf Esquire.
Who is that request from?
Abby Mayer.
Okay.
You hated it until then? I guess I have to be nice to Abby.
She's a smart lady. I like Abby. I'll take any suggestion of hers.
Luke Wolf. But what would you like do for a graphic for Luke Wolf Esquire?
That's not my department.
3-pointer up at the top of the key, off the rim, no good. Brady Clark down with the rebound. Now gives it back behind the defense. This is Dubs back to Butler. Butler over to Clark. Clark trying to go inside. That pass tipped, knocked away. Clark fighting for it, finds Marshall. Marshall up top to Wall. Wall into the corner to Dubs. Back to Wall, a passing lane jump, knocked away. Green comes up with it. 3:33 left to go here in the fourth. Osage comfortably out in front. Three-pointer on the wing up, no good. Weak side rebound comes down.
Ooh, fall to the floor. Got an ankle. I think maybe got a foot stepped on here and goes to the floor, and he is,
I've been there, man.
have you?
I've turned my ankle quite a few times,
He is walking it off a bit.
That's not an easy walk-off. Feel bad for him.
Rankenmeyer. He's going to take a seat here.
Yeah, leaving the floor gingerly.
Gingerly. You got to look that one up. Where'd that come from?
Ginger?
Gingerly.
Lee. Tough shot, good defense from Marshall, but getting the bounce. And the shot to drop is Preston Rankemeyer. So the ankle thing, not genetic, as he gets it to go. Dubs.
Ankle injuries aren't genetic.
Three-pointer up. Well, my brother's never had one.
You heard it here first.
Breaking medical news. Colt Butler gets the triple to fall. 64-34, just under 3 minutes to go here in the fourth. As Osage looks to wind this one down and take home a third-place trophy. Ball on the deck, and this is where things get a little serious. Bodies flying everywhere.
Dubs almost coming up with the steal, gets the deflection, and then just bodies all over the floor trying to get the loose ball. I'm not even sure who's going to retain possession here.
Yeah, a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. 64-34, Osage out in front. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Aye, Captain, the seas of the Ozarks are too rough. Me and the crew can't secure the screens and railings. She'll never be installed right. She ain't sturdy, Captain. Rest assured, you'll see calmer seas this winter. And have American Sun Control secure powder-coated railings and screens for shade, too. While the lake is calm this winter, let American Sun Control install your dock and deck screens and railings. Come in, call, and look them up online and Facebook. American Sun Control. Cool 102.7 and Osage Indians basketball. Now, back to the action on the court.
2:36 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Osage walking this one away, 64-34 here in the fourth quarter. And some new players, new faces on the floor for the Indians, Steve.
Yeah, we got Caden White, Blaine Sperling, and Eddie Majersic on the floor. You know, his name's Edward. I don't know if we call him Eddie, Edward. He was a student of mine. I always just call him, Edward. But
that's an Esquire. Inside, White can't get the ball to go. Knocked out of bounds, stays here with the Indians, though. And listen, with Majersic, Steve, off the air, I planted my flag on Majersic Island.
You're a fan. I'm not sure why. Why you?
I just like what I've seen from him. You know, Harrison is a non-traditional big guy in the sense that he's not your traditional post-up big guy, but Majersic, I think we're going to see him on the block in the future. That's a big guy there. And I just like what I've seen from him in JV so far.
He's smart. He's athletic.
And you know what? He takes part in the Big Bass Bash, and
That's what it is.
And he weighs his fish in at PB2 every year whenever I'm out there. But that has nothing to do with it.
I'm skeptical.
I'm buying stock on Majersic Island, Steve. You can't have any. I bought all the stock.
You're not good at sharing.
Find your own player, Steve. And I think that the Osage JV has a chance to be pretty good this year as well. And of course, they were great last year given their circumstances with a senior-laden team.
Sperling with a defensive rebound on the other end of the floor here.
Ball knocked out of bounds. Stays with Osage. Clock running with a 30-point advantage.
Just under 45 seconds. Brady Clark with a baseline inbounds here, but we're not going to get much more play time here.
Dubs to Clark. Back to Dubs. To Sperling in the corner. Sperling going right to the basket. Can't get it to go. Fight for the board. Body's knocked around. And Sainee has it. 20 seconds to go here. Three-pointer on the wing up. Front iron, no good. Ball out of bounds off Clark, and that's how this one will come to an end. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They're going to get it in just in time.
Oh, shot up.
And doesn't fall, so Osage will take home a win tonight, 64-34, and they will bring home the third-place trophy from the 39th Annual Eugene Tournament. We'll take a break, come back with the post-game show, get you set for next week against Clinton. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Tired of settling for low CD rates at your bank? Lock in a great rate at First Bank of the Lake today. We offer some of the best CD rates in the nation. CDs make saving a cinch. They combine security with great investment returns. Don't miss out. Maximize your savings with a secure, high-yield CD. Check out our rates at fblake.bank and lock in a great CD rate today with First Bank of the Lake. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
There's a place where you're treated with honesty and respect. A place that believes in you and your community too. A place that wants to help you grow and succeed. A place that is built on giving you friendly, reliable service tailored to you. That place is Mid-America Bank.
We're a bank that's good for you and your community too. Mid-America Bank.
Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
At DL Truck and Trailer Outfitters, they build trailers tough enough for every season. Built to last. Built for you. From utility trailers to heavy-duty haulers, they've got the perfect fit for your fall to-do list. Stop by today and see why more hardworking folks trust DL Outfitters. Whether you need a trailer repaired, need a short or long-term rental, or just buying new, come check out their large selection and knowledgeable staff. Located at the Highway 17 junction in Eugene. The season's over, and it's a great time to inspect your dock for any damage. Dam Steel and CWD Supply have everything you'll need to get your dock back to like-new condition. From cables and clamps to bumpers and structural integrity, they've got you covered. Make sure your dock is ready before another season takes the toll. Located right on D Road in Osage Beach. Stop by or call them today. Dam Steel and CWD Supply. Your trusted steel and dock people since 1982. Don't wait. Schedule your dock inspection now.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you've saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Mills & Sons Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people. At 2701 Bagnell Dam Boulevard. Call us at 365-2002 or visit our website at millsinsurance.com. We're on your side because life happens.
Game analysis, stats, and more. It's Osage Indians basketball. And this is the postgame show on your Indians hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Eugene, Missouri, 39th Annual Eugene Tournament. Osage, a big win tonight here, 64-34 over the St. Elizabeth Hornets to bring home the third place trophy from this tournament. And Steve, we said in the pregame, this was really not what School of the Osage was looking for when they were coming into this tournament. Came into the tournament as the 2 seed, and this is a group of seniors who have been focused on being in championships and bringing home a first place trophy in these tournaments, but just unable to get over that hump on Thursday night and put themselves in that situation. They had to bounce back here against a gamey St. Elizabeth team, and that's exactly what they did. A huge first quarter, and then just walking it away from there, Steve.
Yeah, just a team, again, that's trying to kind of fill out their identity with trying to fill up some holes that were left by our graduating seniors here. And there were some big shoes left to fill. It's still early in the season, so just a great statement win here tonight against St. E, which I think we'll find is a pretty talented team. Southern Boone, just a savvy, just smart team that just kind of let us lose that one in the sense. They just kind of played their game and let us just make our mistakes right out of that win. And so love to see us come back. Here's our scoring leaders of the night. What I like about this is we've got a lot of Osage Indians here in the stat line for scoring. Jackson Long, of course, he is our leading scorer here tonight, 19 points. Blake Harrison with 12, Brady Clark with 8, Maverick Trusty with 8, Ethan Long with 5, Colt Butler with 5, Luke Wolf with 4, Tyler Marshall with 3. So, one thing we talked about in just struggling in our shooting percentage the other night against Southern Boone, hey, a lot of that's about just being patient with your offense, running that offense, taking good shots, having good shot selection, getting other people involved in the game, in the offensive flow, and you can see that tonight in our stat book here. Lots of people involved, really playing selfless ball, and that helped us get the good win here tonight.
We've been hit or miss about it in the post-game show here so far this season, but Mills and Sons MVP of the game. Who are you going to go with tonight, Steve?
Well, it's hard not to go. It's always that leading scorer that grabs your attention first, right? And what I love about Jackson Long and him having a good night tonight is, he struggled in the night before shooting, and so he doesn't let that phase him. He has a short memory. He gets right back into it, and I want to compliment Jackson Long and what I've seen. He gets a lot of attention for his shooting prowess, but I've seen a lot of effort defensively and him making an impact of the game on that end of the floor. Took some mid-range shots here tonight that weren't just, it's not just about all threes, getting some assists, getting some of his, fellow players involved in the game. So I'm gonna throw it his way. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to go with that, too. It was definitely a case of him bouncing back here tonight after a big-time struggle on Thursday night. Once he was able to get that going in the first quarter, he really helped the Indians get out to a quick lead, 8 points early on, and Osage really never looked back from that running clock in that fourth quarter. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Long as well. Osage going to bring home the third-place trophy tonight. The School of the Osage Lady Indians getting ready to play for the championship here tonight at the Eugene Tournament. We are not going to be able to broadcast that game on MoSportsZone.com. If you're looking for the broadcast of this game, you can find that Eugene has a Huddle Cam, and they will have that on the Huddle website. Just go to HUDL.com, and you can search for Eugene or School of the Osage or St. Elizabeth. I think if you search Eugene, it'll bring up their live Huddle Cam, and you'll be able to watch this game through their Huddle Cam. But we will not be broadcasting that on the radio or on MoSportsZone.com, but we will have some girls basketball for you later on this season. We'll see if the Lady Indians can bring home a championship tonight here in this one as the School of the Osage boys bring home the third-place trophy, a 64-34 victory over St. Elizabeth. For Steve Adams, Wild Wild West, and Mike Forever Young back in the studio, I am Craig Allen. Thank you for listening. This has been a presentation of Cool 102.7 Sports.
Since 1977, Kelly's Port has been the trusted name for boating at Lake of the Ozarks. Whether you're chasing fun with the best selection of